Virgin Island is over, and apparently there was low ratings, so there's probably not going to be another season, but let's talk about this one, and let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Overall, I genuinely thought that this was a good series. It's Channel 4, obviously it's going to be a bit unhinged. It was disturbing at times. Seeing those older therapists rubbing themselves against these young virgins was disturbing, and I know they're all adults, but a lot of them looked so much younger than their age. When the therapists were demonstrating the simplest thing, like being on a date and kissing somebody's hand, why were they making sex noises? That was disturbing. What are they teaching these people? I'm not trying to be ageist here, but I really wish that all the therapists had been younger. All that weirdness aside, I do think that this show could have been helpful to a lot of people, because they say that there's more adult virgins now than ever, and maybe they would have watched this show and thought, you know what, maybe there is nothing wrong with me. Some of these people got fully naked, some of them were in their underwear, and they were saying, I hate my body, I hate this, I hate that, and other people would have been watching it thinking, well, maybe there's nothing wrong with me. Maybe I just need to work on my confidence, maybe I just need to love myself a bit. It could have helped a lot of people out there. It was also educational in other ways. Now, you're not expecting young teenagers, to be sitting watching this show, but it could be helpful to anybody, you never know. When they revealed that they were going to have surrogate partners that could have sex with them, I didn't know how to feel about it. I still don't know how to feel about it, but when Kat was teaching them how to do different things, I thought, okay, it's not really that much of a big deal. And I think I was more confused about it at the start, because I thought that this was a real retreat that people pay to go, and I was thinking, right, okay, well, it's basically prostitution. But apparently this whole thing was set up just for Channel 4. I've seen quite a few videos now talking about Zach and how people think he's sleazy or he's creepy or whatever, and I would have to disagree. The last 2 episodes got put back to 10 o'clock, saying that it was because of low ratings, but also suggesting that it was because of something that Zach done. And when he was alone with Kat, and he says, oh, does my confidence intimidate you? And she says, I think we should put our clothes on. A lot of people didn't like that he said that, and they thought that he was being creepy. And also, before he went to meet Kat that day, he says that he thought he was going to lose his virginity. And he says, I shall probably do it. And then people are like, oh, you can't just expect her to do it. That's not what she's there for. Personally, I don't think that's how he meant it. I think in his head, he thought, they're trying to build our confidence, they're trying to get us to show our bodies and all that. He got up and showed his full body, he's acting confident. So in his head, he's thinking, right, now they're going to think I'm ready for this. But realistically, the therapists wanted them to work on more than just their confidence. If anything, they might have thought, oh, well, he's that confident, then there must be other problems. And I genuinely think that when Kat said, right, we're finished for the day, let's put our clothes on, and then they went to see the clinical therapist, I felt as if it was all done, it was just for theatrics. I must admit that when Zach said to Kat, oh, does my confidence intimidate you? I thought, why would he even think that? She's just been in a room full of strangers and on cameras in front of the nation, showing all her bits to everybody. She's not intimidated by you. Other people have been commenting on videos saying, oh, maybe she just wasn't sexually attracted to him or whatever. Again, I don't think that's got anything to do with it at all. It's her job to teach people to be confident, to come out of their shell and to be able to explore. I don't think it's got anything to do with finding people attractive or not. I actually like Zach. I was quite gutted for him when he didn't get to lose his virginity, but when this show started, in my head I was thinking, oh, but are they all there to lose their virginity? Is this just going to be like a mad orgy cult situation? But it wasn't like that at all. At the end of the show, Zach didn't get to lose his virginity, and at the end, I felt as if he was like a main part of the show, he was in most of it, and then at the end, when it's like, where are they now, it was just like, oh, Zach is hopeful for the future. And that was it. Well, what does that mean? We need more info. When it said Viraj and Emma went on a date, and then they were travelling in Australia separately, then it says that Louise was also travelling in Australia. I was like, where the fuck are these people getting the money to travel Australia? Somebody want to take me to Australia? I genuinely feel like Charlotte is going to end up on OnlyFans, or she's going to end up on that Olivia Attwood show where she's a dominatrix or something. Genuinely. If you find out if she's on OnlyFans or anything like that, let me know. Holly and Pia, who magically appeared in the last 2 episodes, seem to be getting on fine. Both of them are dating somebody now. Taylor organised a trip for them to go to Pride. I was worried about this girl at the start. Genuinely, I thought something has happened to her. And I was worried, but she seems to be getting on fine now. I was just looking at the cast here, and I was thinking, who was my favourite? I can't decide. I really liked Zach. I really liked that he was just ready to go. He was ready to do anything. Oh, you want me to get naked? I don't really want to, but I'm going to. Oh, you want me to try doing this? I don't really want to, but I'll do it. And that's the spirit. I don't like the fact that everybody thinks he's creepy or whatever, because I genuinely don't think that he is. Let's also talk about Jason. Jason couldn't even hold somebody's hand. And then we've seen what happened at the start. Then when he was writing his letter to his future lover, and he says, oh, I know only lasted 20 seconds, but I'll do better tomorrow. Making a joke out of the situation. And he got fully naked as well. That was brave. Ben. I absolutely love Ben. Ben is such a wee sausage. When they told them to wear the clothes that they wanted under the robe, and he went like fully dressed. Honestly, I could just cuddle him. And then when he was doing his letter to his future lover, and he was saying, oh, I didn't think that I could be loved, or I thought that there was something wrong with me, or whatever it was, and it was like, honestly, I could greet. Tom, for day one, I thought was so cute. Look at his wee face. He's just so adorable. And then when he was getting the makeup put on, and he says, oh, I don't know, like I like getting my makeup put on. Maybe I'm non-binary or whatever. And I still think you can be a man and like getting makeup put on. Straight men can enjoy getting makeup put on. But in the end, he was kind of questioning if he was non-binary or not. And then at the end, when they were doing the graduation, and he had his earrings on, and his eyeshadow, and his lipstick, and it was just so adorable. I love him. And then we've got Dave, who's an absolute fucking icon. He went on, and at first, I kind of seen him, I was like, what's his name? Who's he? And he was quiet. And then, when they said to them, who wants to go first when they take off their robes, not only did he go first, but he was also naked. And I was in awe of his bravery. Because he could have sat there and let everybody go up and see if anybody went naked first. Or he could have sat there just to like kind of feel the room, you know, see what was going on. No. He was like, you know what? Now's my time to shine. When he was doing stuff with Kat, he wasn't like, yes, let's just do this. He was taking his time. He was learning. He was being a gentleman. And then when they says, oh, who wants to do the up against the wall challenge that we did at the start, Dave's like, I'll do it. He's in there. He's kissing her neck. You know, he's being a wee bit rough. He's doing everything that they've taught him to do. I was like, yes, love him. And then when he was learning how to do other stuff with Kat, he was talking to the camera, and he was saying, oh, I want somebody not to look at me like that, or to treat me like that, or whatever, because I sit at home at the weekend and I don't do anything. Well, he's doing something now because he's got a girlfriend, and he was just so inspirational. I would like there to be another season of this, but apparently there was low ratings, and after a lot of persuasion, I did convince a lot of my friends and people in work to watch this, and they liked it, even though we all thought that it was a bit weird. But let me know in the comments what you thought of the series and who your favourite was. I had a few favourites, but Dave, he was just like, he was up for anything. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on whatever other show we're watching together. Bye!